Welcome everyone. We're really excited to be here today to talk to you about autonomous integration. My name is Vikas Anand. I lead product management for API management, integration, and process automation at Oracle. Today, joining me, I have Scott Haaland, who's going to join me and talk to you about all of the new capabilities that we have in the portfolio, as well as how we differentiate ourselves. Scott, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Vikas. It's my pleasure to join you today, and welcome everyone. We have a lot of good information to share with you about our new Autonomous Integration Cloud, which just released. I'm Product Strategy Director for the Integration Cloud, and we're happy to be here today. Back to you, Vikas.
Thanks, Scott. So let's roll. Let's start by talking about some new and key announcements, which are literally hot off the press. We're really excited about our analyst recognition, as well as some of the new and recent services that we have announced in the integration area. Number one, we are leaders again. Leaders again in the Gartner MQ for Enterprise Integration Platform as a Service. This could not have been possible without all the support that you have given us as partners in delivering the requirements for the products and working closely in hand with our customers and us to deliver on successful projects. I really like the testimonial from Camille from GE, who has talked about how Oracle has enabled them to significantly reduce time to market for new projects, but the fact that they're also looking forward to the autonomous capabilities that Oracle plans. This is a marquee recognition from Gartner, the analysts, and again, it could not have been possible without your support and partnership as we execute and deliver on the integration cloud capabilities. So this is a big announcement from our side, a big endorsement from Gartner MQ. We've been really recognized for the execution as well as the vision that we have for the overall integration portfolio, which includes not only integration capabilities, but also capabilities for API management and process automation. This makes us the single most unique platform on the planet with a differentiated set of capabilities across the board. So that's announcement number one, Scott, right? We have to find a way to celebrate that with our partners, and we'll do that soon. But the next one, which is really cool, is we have really been working hard on simplifying integration for a brand new audience for you guys. We've been traditionally focused on IT, apps IT, creating new personas for you so that you can go and talk about integration attached to SaaS. But if you look at the audience which you were missing in your conversation was basically the line of business. So here we've announced as a part of our services in the recent months, the Oracle self-service integration capability. This allows line of business users, the personas who are dealing with sales, with marketing, to be able to automate their tasks and become more productive and more proactive. Today, there is a tsunami of productivity apps. I mean, Scott, what do we use when we work?
Yeah, there's Evernote, there's Google Sheets, there's Twilio boards. I mean, you can just keep going on and on about all these productivity apps.
Absolutely. I mean, it's interesting that when we launched this product, we had a customer who basically was a part of our launch, and he is he's an accountant. He works for the CFO. He walked through his use cases, including not just the classical productivity apps, but also a use case where he could apply self-service integration for his personal use, connecting to TeamSnap, where he could use TeamSnap to set the roster for the football team that he coaches. So very cool product, focused on a new audience, with a lot of recipes available for line of business to be able to work smarter. What is the partner opportunity over here? It opens the doors to a brand new audience to talk about integration, to enable a governed set of recipes so that IT can work smarter and on innovation, while LOB can take care of their sundry tasks and automate them for a lot more proactive and productive aspects to their work life. And of course, the partners can also deliver cloud adapters for this platform through a rich cloud adapter SDK that we have, and publish recipes to the marketplace. So two cool announcements to launch into this webinar. Let's move to the next steps over here. So what we have as a part of our agenda today is really an introduction to what we're doing at Oracle in Autonomous PaaS, and how Integration Cloud plays into it. We will also walk you through the access to the service. The service is already available, which is really cool. So you can go to the Oracle Cloud and do a trial. And we have priced this really competitively. So we'll cover that as a part of the discussion as well. Very exciting roadmap on the investments we're making. We'll cover those as a part of the agenda. So let's talk about what is Autonomous Platform as a Service first. At Oracle, we are focused on delivering a unified and autonomous software platform, delivering the capabilities of platform as a service vision. This has been designed for high scale and to support mission critical workloads. And it's not only solving the traditional use cases for integration or application development, but it's all quickly evolving to support the new trends that customers need to solve their day-to-day business. As an example, if a customer wants to use smart contracts or blockchain, for transactions, that is available as a platform as a service capability. The portfolio itself is multi-cloud and supports hybrid deployment platform capabilities, including bringing the cloud behind the customer firewall with cloud at a customer. This is something which is very unique to Oracle. The platform is designed using the modern OCI, cloud infrastructure, delivering on performance, security, and governance which our customers are looking for. So where are we in terms of executing our autonomous vision? So, we are focused on delivering automation as well as key capabilities using AI and machine learning so that our customers have a seamless experience when they consume our services. So as a part of this, with the current version of the autonomous release that we've done, which is an evolution of our capabilities, we've really focused on hardening the core, which is around installation, configuration, capacity management, patching, upgrade, monitoring, which is automation complete as we speak, as we record this. This is delivered through a software framework. The platform as a service itself has been exposed over APIs and has a common machine learning framework, which is helping us execute on the algorithms which are in progress. So broadly speaking, we are focused on the next generation, which is really about self-tuning, looking at learning so that we can do better diagnostics, help our customers deal with error corrections so that there is healing, as well as predictive maintenance for the platform. These are the areas of investments. And if you look at the broader theme at Oracle, across the portfolio, we have these foundational autonomous capabilities. Number one, self-driving, which helps you lower cost and increase productivity. This is where we are delivering the platform capabilities so that you can just consume them. You are not worried about provisioning, securing, monitoring, backup, recovery, etc. The platform automatically upgrades and patches itself while running, and you can pay only for what you use. So there's not just flexibility in terms of how you're consuming the service with the best of breed capabilities that we have, but also in the pricing model so that you can pay only for what you use. The platform is self-securing. This is also a foundational capability to lower the risk to you by protecting from both external attacks as well as from malicious internal users. And finally, self-repairing, where you get higher availability, right? These are the key themes around the foundational aspects of autonomous capabilities for the platform. We will talk in the next few slides also on exactly what we're doing in the integration area. So before we get there, let's kind of walk through what the Autonomous Integration Cloud is. So just to give you an overview, this is a platform which brings in the key capabilities for not just integrating applications, but also for automating the processes between those applications, while delivering the key visibility, which is both technical as well as business visibility, which your customers need. How does this help you? And how can you use this against your competitors? It basically elevates the conversation. You can now have conversation with the apps IT line of business. You can show the value of the integration through these business dashboards, which we deliver through Inside. It redefines the traditional data app integration conversation to a much more value-driven conversation, enabling faster sales cycle as well as higher close rate. The good news is integration is a hard problem. So as a consulting company, as a partner, you still have that opportunity to continue to solve those hard problems for the customer. Good news is that you can do it faster. You can do it with a lot more resiliency. You can do it a lot more seamlessly using our cloud. The product is solving the traditional cloud integration challenges, which are now many-fold. I mean, Scott, remind me, what is like some of our large customers having, how many cloud applications do they run today?
Oh, sometimes they have 30, 40, 50, even more SaaS apps. And each one of those is like an island that needs to be connected not only to the other SaaS apps, but to their on-premise applications.
And it's interesting that they are able to onboard these SaaS applications in less than like 3 months to 6 months.
Yes, very rapid.
Yeah, I mean, traditional ERP, I think back in the day when we were in IT, was what, 2 to 5 years in adding ERPs on-premise.
And millions of dollars later, yes.
Yeah, so there's a sea change which has happened with SaaS, proliferation of SaaS. And I love to say this every time I record is, when SaaS is not integrated, it continues to be silo as a service. So to make it truly valuable as software as a service for your customer, you need to integrate it to your existing applications, which may be on-premise or on the cloud. So we continue to solve this hard problem. And from an Oracle perspective, our strategy is very simple. We want to focus on simplifying integration. Doesn't matter where you run your integration, whether it's cloud, on-premise, or hybrid. And our goal is to connect application integration with process automation, because that's the next thing that customers are looking to solve, including supporting key new trends like robotic process automation, app-to-app, SaaS-to-SaaS, and cloud integration. We've also delivered on, with a focus on the white space of end-to-end process execution in real time. And finally, bringing all of this together as a rich set of APIs, so that you can now open the whole platform to developers. You can open the platform to deliver new revenue capabilities. You can open the platform to new ways of integration using APIs. So, we're rising above these challenges to focus on these core areas. So the platform itself, as it exists today, as a part of the Autonomous Integration Cloud, which we are really proud to announce, is focused on integrating and automating applications, spanning multiple clouds on premises. The common use cases that you can use this platform to solve, and most of your customers are looking to solve these use cases because they have acquired a CRM or an ERP or a supply chain system, are around lead to cash, lead to opportunity, employee onboarding, and some technology use cases like file handling, scheduled file handling, or EDI transfers. So Autonomous Integration Cloud has these capabilities. It starts with a low-code designer for LOB and Apps IT, which is provisioned for you by Oracle. It's backed up by Oracle. It's patched by Oracle. It's all self-driven as a part of this release of the Autonomous Integration Cloud. There's a lot of pre-built samples and recipes which you can use with a rich list of adapters. The benefit to your customers would be faster integration and automation. The benefit to you is that you're able to do this in a much more agile way, and you're able to make your entry at a much lower bar into the conversation of integration with your customers. And of course, this is an evolution for your customers. In the first phase, they may adopt CRM in the cloud. In the second phase, they may do HR. In the third phase, they might do ERP. So there's a lot of stickiness in terms of being being the right partner to solve this for your customers. So this platform enables you to expand your horizons like never before from an integration perspective. We have a lot of adapters, and this is where your partner opportunity is. You can actually take our SDK and roll out your own adapters in the marketplace, which also becomes a nice way of marketing yourself through the Oracle marketplace to not only the Oracle existing customer base, but to also net new customers. And these adapters are highly differentiated because they can not only do the inbound integration, but also outbound bidirectional integration, which customers are looking for, regardless of where your apps are running. So let's see how we can get access to the service. This is where we will talk about how you can go to the Oracle Cloud and quickly provision the Autonomous Integration Cloud for consumption. So Scott, back to you.
Yeah, I'd like to show you guys how easy it is now to create a new instance of Autonomous Integration Cloud. So as we look at the next screen, this is the first landing page that our customers will come to when they get either a trial to just kick the tires and try out the cloud, or if they're a new paid customer. This is called the guided journey. And we've categorized the plethora of different PaaS services together on this one page into different categories. So for our category of integration and business process automation, The user would click on this kind of pinkish colored box on the right, and when they click on that, it's going to ask them a couple of questions, and then eventually lead them to a quick start page, which we'll see on the next slide.
So this is a very nice way of putting all these services under functional buckets, right?
Yes.
Integrate and automate is one area, develop and deploy is another area. So
That's right.
it's easy for customers to find. So let's look at the next screen.
Yeah, so the quick start is intended for the first time user who's like never created a new PaaS service before in the Oracle Cloud, or who just wants to try out the integration cloud. It's typically a small instance, but it's sufficient to try it out. And the great thing about this is there's essentially one field to fill out. You just name your service, and then you click on the blue button, and we're going to just do all the work behind the scenes to set up the infrastructure. So they can choose between standard and enterprise. Those are really the only two choices. There's a couple of reasons why you'd choose enterprise, so that you can have enterprise application adapters like eBusiness Suite or SAP, Siebel or JD Edwards adapters. Or if you want to use the process automation features, that's available in enterprise. Otherwise, for a lot of the other standard SaaS to SaaS use cases, standard works as well. So let's go ahead and go to the custom button on the top. This would be for a more advanced user who wants to maybe set up their production environment or maybe a test environment. So we see on this custom page, it's a pretty simple form. And actually, this is the only form that you have to fill out. There's only a couple of fields that the user has to touch. There's some optional settings that are defaulted, like the data region and the availability domain. If they're okay with the default, they don't even need to touch that field. So again, they need to name their instance. They might name it, my dev instance, my test instance, etc. They need to choose a size. We default it to one message pack of 5,000 messages per hour, but they might choose 2 message packs or 5 message packs, whatever their volume is intended to process through that instance. And those are really the only fields that they have to touch. Everything else is optional. Of course, they can fill out a description and some of the other fields. And we are going to set up all the infrastructure to be sized correctly for that choice that they made. So it's very easy to consume and create a new instance now.
So essentially, by just naming my service and picking where I want to run it, whether it's Ashburn or EMEA, and telling this wizard that I am going to run it for 5,000 messages or 10,000 messages,
Yep.
I'm able to get access to the service.
That's right.
Which is essentially a browser to now go and build my integrations.
Correct.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as a partner, you can see that your access to the service is highly simplified, where you can go and get trials, and you can start building your samples, recipes, your integration flows, and also start solving the hard problem for integration for your customers effectively and very quickly.
There's one more confirmation just to make sure you have all your choices. You can go back if you don't like something and change it.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you hit confirm, we're going to go ahead and kick off the instance creation.
Now the important part. So the journey just started. We are still evolving, and we have a very rich roadmap to talk to you about. So what are we doing for the next few months? Let's go through that. The rich roadmap includes investment in areas to accelerate integration for our customers, for you, as the customer ecosystems becomes highly complex with many more productivity, cloud, hybrid cloud capabilities which they're deploying, a lot more on autonomous integration capabilities, eventually delivering an intelligent platform which takes the best of breed AI and machine learning to offer something which is totally unique and unparalleled in the area of integration. I have an eye chart next, which really shows you the roadmap for the next 12 months. Now, this is because we actually have planned a lot of cool things for you guys. Not just adding a lot more SaaS adapters or doing investments in new areas for services which can open doors to developers, but really focused on areas where autonomous capabilities can help you deliver value to your customers faster. So I'm not going to go through the whole chart here. It's something which you can consume at your own pace. And then, of course, we'll be happy to provide you details if you want to follow up with us separately after this video. So if you look at the middle chart, I think that's the important one from the autonomous integration capabilities that we're delivering. So we're delivering self-driven and tuning integrations, which is really around intelligent workload management. Integrations will be simpler to deliver with self-designing, where AI will help you optimize integration flows between applications. There's a lot more prediction coming into the platform based on the learning as well, including really delivering on workload management where you're using advanced orchestration capabilities. I think this has been one of the big pain points which you guys have reported to us in the past, where orchestrations can be unyieldy, they can be complex, they can also have issues in terms of optimization of performance. Now you're getting upfront as well as during runtime feedback on how you can optimize your patterns. And then, of course, we have invested in partners, where we are working with partners for robotic process automation as a part of our process cloud capabilities within Integration Cloud to enable more adaptive case management. And as we continue on our journey, the intelligence is being built into the platform to deliver a lot more on recommendations. You'll see a lot more of AI coming in. And of course, cool things like chatbot and NLP support for even processing tasks through the platform. So if you thought the fun has just started, there's a lot more to come. And we're really glad to have you as a part of our journey as we evolve this platform. So this is the exciting roadmap we have. I think the important questions for you in the next few minutes is really around the availability as well as pricing. So let's go through that. The autonomous PaaS capabilities have been on the roadmap for a while, and they are being delivered. In fact, they are being delivered ahead of schedule. So if you look at our services which are already GA as we record this, in March we delivered the autonomous data warehouse, and we're really pleased to announce the availability of the Integration Cloud in April 2018. And of course, there's a lot more on the way. So make sure that you bookmark cloud.oracle.com and continuously monitor for new and available services as well as our rich roadmap that we are executing towards. So new services, autonomous, how does it make us competitive in the market? Let's look at that. Our competition is primarily focused on delivering integration for data and app. We have really invested and focused on delivering autonomous capabilities which can use AI and ML to improve the overall experience as you deliver on the core integration problems, which not only span data and app integration, but have quickly expanded to the area of process automation as well. It's very rare that you will see the applicability of process automation not being attached to SaaS or the app-to-app and data integration use cases. So we have the autonomous capabilities, the use of AI and ML. We have the depth and the breadth in the platform to deliver on core integration patterns like orchestration, map my data and others, but also expanding quickly to business process automation, case management, which is dynamic and adaptive. And then, of course, tools for new audiences like self-service integration, as well as integration analytics for the line of business users. We continue to focus on hybrid integration by delivering hundreds of SaaS, cloud, and on-premise adapters. And these adapters have the depth to support not just the simple REST and SOAP-based interactions, but also very rich event support when you are looking at events coming from SaaS applications. So we have highly differentiated adapters, not just for Oracle, but also third-party cloud applications. And in a lot of cases, we are the only one with those adapters. For example, Oracle is the only vendor with a Fusion ERP adapter or with a Fusion Sales Cloud adapter, and so on and so forth. So we are highly competitive in this space in terms of capabilities, in terms of the depth and breadth of the platform, in terms of the openness, in terms of the support of hybrid integration that you need to solve your customer use cases. Not only that, we also compete very effectively on pricing, which is next. So when you look at pricing for the platform, and this is where I want Scott to come in, we have simplified the consumption model for our customers. Scott, why don't you tell us a little more about this?
Yeah, so our pricing is very simple. In this autonomous world, we don't want customers worried about CPUs and size of database and all of those kinds of underlying infrastructure components, in effect, the pricing model is just one metric. How many messages do you need to process through your system? And so all the pricing is based on that. We use chunks of 5,000 messages per hour as the measurement. And you select how many of those message packs, we call them, that you want. And basically you just get billed for each hour, how many ever message packs you're using. So very simple, very easy to understand. Most people can relate this to like the number of transactions flowing through their system. Maybe you have an opportunity to order, right? So you know how many opportunities are getting booked in a month or in a quarter, right? So you can directly relate that to the number of messages flowing through the system. We also accommodate file-based use cases. And so we can calculate the number of messages based on the size of the file, for example. And as we can see from this slide, the pricing is very simple. For standard edition, it's $600 a month. For enterprise edition, $1,200 a month. And for API platform, $1,000 a month. This is the monthly flex pricing. It's also available in pay-as-you-go. We wanted to remove the friction for deals to close. And so we think that this is a very good competitive price against the other competitors in the marketplace. So we put some example deal sizes together for you just so that you can get a flavor for what a typical deal would look like. We've started with a small customer, maybe a departmental use case on the left, and we moved to more of a mid-size customer or maybe deal for a larger department. And then on the right, we have the enterprise use case where it's most likely a large enterprise, multi-departmental, doing many different kinds of integration flows or really high volume. And so you can just refer to all the details in this slide at your leisure. We've just put together these samples. Of course, you can price this any way you need to for your customer, but these are just examples for you.
What's interesting is I see that you've referred that dev, test are separate environments.
Yes.
That's something which you may want to point out.
That is very important to remember. You don't want to set your customer up for a situation where they can't really support their existing business, right? So the typical use case is, you have a dev environment, you move to a test environment, and then to production.
Sure.
And so for each one of those, you need to make sure that you have at least one message pack allocated, one for dev, one for test, and then maybe you have 10 for production, for example. Typically, the volumes going through dev and test are very light. And so we can also offer customers a lot of savings on the dev test non-prod environments that way. There's some more examples kind of from the process automation perspective. And again, it's small, medium, and large, looking at kind of the smallest deal you could do for a very small department that just wants to get started in the cloud all the way up to enterprise. And these are either needing some integration or they could be just pure human workflow kind of process automation tasks that they need to do. So this slide will give you some examples in that arena.
Great. Scott, thank you. I think that's really cool about pricing. So let's talk about some common things which you will ask us as a follow-up. So this is an evolution of the integration cloud portfolio, which included products like integration cloud service in the past, process cloud service. Of course, customers have been using them. What happens when autonomous integration cloud is the one that they choose to use? Do they need any technical migration? The short answer to these questions is answered in this slide. We are really focused on a seamless experience for our customers, even if it comes to technical migrations to autonomous services. The projects and artifacts created in subscription services are compatible to enable customers to migrate to autonomous service. So if you're using ICS or process cloud service before, the same artifacts are compatible to migrate to autonomous service. We are delivering self-service tools to accelerate the migration. And of course, this is also a partner opportunity because now you have a new opportunity where you can go to your customers and tell them, Oracle has this amazing autonomous integration cloud capability which they should be leveraging. You can start working with them on the migration plans using the self-service tools and the documentation that we are offering. Customers who are moving from an existing integration cloud or process cloud have the same functional experience as a new autonomous customer coming to the cloud and using it for the first time. So we have focused on technical migration to help you as a partner to move to autonomous integration cloud capabilities in a seamless way. Well, that's a lot of content that we presented. Thank you for your patience. Let's go through the final summary and our favorite part of the presentation. So to summarize, from an Oracle perspective, we have the depth and the breadth that you need with cloud, which includes infrastructure, PaaS, and SaaS, which makes us the only cloud which offers all these capabilities. This is the best-in-class IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS for cloud-native workloads, and which runs hybrid, from a deployment model. You can seamlessly extend SaaS workloads. You can migrate your enterprise workloads to infrastructure as a service or to our PaaS capabilities and interop across multiple clouds. And more importantly, Oracle offers the platform as a service capabilities as a seamless extension to your on-premise data center with cloud at customer. To summarize, these are also your entry ticket items to talk to your customers across the board through multiple entry points around adoption of cloud through their journeys as a part of the discussions and go-to-market strategies that you want to deploy as a partner. So our best slide for the session, the one which we love to talk to you about, the call to action. We're working hard to deliver on product and portfolio of capabilities, but we really want to partner with you hand in hand to make sure that you are successful using our products to solve your customer requirements. And more importantly, offer you new and unique opportunities to become a part of the ecosystem. So you can build pre-built integrations for the Oracle Cloud Marketplace. We actually now call them as recipes, not recipes to cook, but recipes to consume for integrations. We have SDKs for adapters so that you can bring in one-off SaaS or on-premise or cloud adapters into the marketplace. You can help drive sales of autonomous OIC for ERP, HCM, and CX with the strong attach that we have with Oracle SaaS, as well as with the non-Oracle SaaS. We have native adapters for products like Salesforce, Workday, and others. You can use startup programs which we offer through the partner ecosystem like Velocity to onboard new customers. And finally, Oracle Integration Cloud is a part of the certification that we offer through the OPN network. So you can become a certified partner and be recognized for it to deliver integrations using the Oracle Integration Cloud. So that kind of concludes for us the session for today. Most important item at the end, which was call to action. You have access to a lot of resources through OPN. We certainly hope that you have enjoyed listening to us today as much as we've enjoyed recording the session. Scott, thank you so much for being my partner in crime. We look forward to working with you closely and hearing back from you on the feedback to this session, as well as any follow-up questions you might have. Thank you again for your time.
Thanks, everyone.